Hey, gang, this is impromptu. It really is impromptu, but I could not resist. I mean, this is really, really, really important. And, I want to see who gets on here. But, the good news is that Gerrit Cole does not need Tommy John surgery. I mean, I can't express how happy I am. He flew to LA to see Dr. Neil Elatrash, who was a noted orthopedic surgeon who does a lot of Tommy John surgeries. And he agreed with the Yankees doctors. He looked at the film and said there's no tear in the UCL, which is ulnar collateral ligament. And at this point, there's no need for Tommy John surgery. So this is a big sigh of relief. Big sigh of relief. Demetrius, Jack, Fortran's in the house. Farming, Chris, what is good? So again, this is the news. I mean, and I understand a lot of Yankee fans were on edge because once you hear elbow, the fear is Tommy John, right? And there's so many guys have gone down over the last couple of weeks. Tommy John this, Tommy John that, Tommy John this, and Tommy John that, right? There's so many freaking guys getting Tommy John. And you understand exactly the news. And again, I understand he's going to miss at least 2 months, okay? Now, the doctors recommended conservative therapy, which is PRPs, platelet rich plasma injections. This is the type of stuff that Kobe Bryant took to resurrect the latter part of his career. So this will help in the rejuvenation process. And yeah, dude, it's fantastic, man. Fortune got to break in the live stream. This is great stuff. I mean, really is great stuff. And again, like it could have been so much worse. And again, this is our ace, Gerrit Cole, and it's going to suck to miss him. But I'd rather miss him for 2 to 3 months than 15 to 18 months for Tommy John. I mean, some of the other precursors were not there. Forearm problems, right? A loss of velocity in his fastball. He still had the same velocity, power pitching. There's no, there was no drop in strength, right? And there was no forearm issues too. So a lot of this, there were a lot of encouraging signs. Salute, Donnie. What's good? So as of right now, Richie, he's going to miss anywhere probably 10 to about 10, 8 to 10 weeks. All right. He should, what do you call it? He should be up by June, which is fine. And we have enough. And if Rodon keeps progressing, Marcus Stroman keeps progressing, even though he had a rough day today. Nestor Cortez keeps progressing. Luke Weaver's on the 40 man. They picked him up, signed to a major league deal. So they don't have to call him up, Evan. He's already up. He's on the 40 man roster. But this is fantastic. So, and this is like we can all breathe a sigh of relief. There were a lot of Yankee fans who were almost on the ledge, and we needed to talk a lot of folks off the ledge. And the key thing is he does not need Tommy John. And again, Tommy John is a pitcher who requires a completely different recovery period than Tommy John is an offensive player. It's just much longer, okay? But the best news is Cole does not need TJ. And again, keep in mind, of course, Shawn Michael, you know it, man. You know it. And again, Masahiro Tanaka had a partially torn UCL. It was like 10 to 15%, but it was noticeable. He never got Tommy John, but he was also not the same pitcher after once he was diagnosed with it. So he was still good, but not dominant. Okay. So thankfully, Cole does not need to go down this road. Who starts? We don't know yet, Chris. Honestly, it doesn't matter who starts opening day. Just want them to be, want these guys to be healthy. I want Cortez to be healthy. I want Rodon to be healthy and Stroman to be healthy. I could care less who starts opening day, in all honesty. Where I'm just relieved that Gerrit Cole will be back. Okay, Arnold Schwarzenegger style. I'll be back, right? And that's what matters. That's what matters. Trying if he's in the house. What's good, man? Yeah, this good. It's good. It's good to share this news, man. I mean, it's good. I'm glad you guys were able to share it earlier. This is fantastic, man. This is fantastic, and I wanted to share it. I couldn't go to bed without sharing it with you guys for those that haven't heard it. So maybe Stroh. I don't know. I don't know, Donnie. Stroh was on schedule to start opening day, but now that Cole's out, I'm not sure if the rotation is going to be scheduled for him to start opening day. I'm not exactly sure yet. So, but again, does it really matter? I don't think so. So I just want them to be healthy. So And that's what matters. And again, Luke Weaver, they may call up a guy like Clayton Beer. Luis Hill's got, he's coming back from Tommy John as well, and he's coming back strong. But even Hill has shown the ability to throw multiple innings. Beater has shown the ability to throw multiple innings. So is Luke Weaver. So they can put it together. I mean, really. So they really, really, really can. So drone tester. No, I get it, Donnie. It's all good. It's all good. I don't know. Maybe Shane Bieber they're gonna look into that. And I already heard they're looking into Michael Lorenzen. Who knows? Who knows? In all honesty. So yeah. Luis Hill looks good. Clayton Beater looks good. I have a feeling this is my gut telling me that they're not going to call up Bill Warren just yet. I think they're going to wait until May 15th until they can get an extra year of service time. But that's just me. Yeah, the Yankees are in on Michael Lorenzen. You know, we'll see. We'll see. Well, right now, Bieber's apparently healthy, Donnie. So that's what matters. And he's got a connection to Matt Blake, too. So, he would not cost as much as Dylan Cease would. So, but we'll see. Clevenger, I don't know if you'll get more value than Clevenger. You might get the same value or more value out of Clayton Beater. Lorenzen, maybe. But he's had some issues too. Like I would compare these guys to Clayton Beater and some of these other folks. In all honesty, Lorenzen would not be as expensive, neither would Clevenger. Snell, I'm not even wasting my time. He already turned the Yankees down twice, so I'm not even wasting my time. It is not on Cashman. It is not on Hal. People keep saying it. I don't know what they're doing. We should just sign. He had two offers and he turned them both down. Why would you go back a third time when he still doesn't have an offer from any other team? Why would you bid against yourselves? Why? Just because Cole's going to miss some time doesn't make a stupid. Doesn't mean make a stupid overpay for Blake Snell either. It doesn't make any more sense. Like I said the other day, Dylan Cease is not worth Spencer Jones and Jason Dominguez before Cole got hurt. He's not worth them after he got hurt. The same thing goes for Snell. He's not worth any more than he was before. And the Yankees offered him what they offered him, and he said no. So go get it from someone else. And again, remember, he turned down $28 million. So let's just say 30. That becomes like $62 million right off the bat. 33 and 63 million. You think they're going to pay $63 million for 1 year for one guy? There's no way. No way. Well, yeah. I forget Snell. So he said no twice. So take a walk, man. Demetrius, what are you shocked at, buddy? What are you shocked at? He'll look like good. Hill did look like good. He looked really good, man. He really did look good. And so did Clayton Beater the other day. He looked pretty dominant. No. Jesus Luzardo's got injury history too. Yeah. Yeah. Ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, they are ridiculous offers, Demetrius. You got that right. Who? I mean, I don't even know. I mean, Edward Cabrera was a talk, but now he has a shoulder impingement in his pitching arm, so he's an option. He's not an option anymore either. Edward Cabrera from the Marlins. So, who? Who now? Shane Bieber's had some injury history too. Apparently, he's healthy, but again, who's worth trading for at this point? And that's the thing. Excuse me. Yeah, Robbie Ray. Exactly, NFA. We should try to trade DJ to the Giants for Robbie Ray, man. Yeah. That's right. We need Robbie Ray, man. We need him. Clevenger, maybe. I don't know. But would he cost 6 to 8 million, maybe? Clevenger, maybe. Braxton Garrett. I mean, he's another one that they talked about. I don't know if he's going to. Is he gonna? Is he healthy, Braxton Garrett? Yeah, I kind of have the same feeling now, Donnie. Like I would steer clear from Miami at this point right now, unfortunately. So, you know, yeah. If I was Snell, I'd rent the boat and go fishing and use Scott Boris' squid bait. Dang, I love that, Jack. Comment of the night right there, baby. Why does the opening day start matter, the boy? At this point, I'm gonna get somebody here just to be the opening day starter over the guys that they have here now. Why does it matter? They're not even opening at home. They're opening in Houston, and I think that's in is that in Mexico? Yeah, they're not even opening at home. So they never open at home, by the way. Yeah, I don't think the Marlins are going to trade a starter now, too, Chris. And I don't think the Mariners will either. 'Cause they've had a couple of Tommy John cases too. Now, Beater did look like a young Cole. He looked good. He had this downward kind of arcing pitch. He's a big boy. He was throwing hard, and he looked good, man. He had some life to his pitches. So yeah, Hills too. Hill and Beater. We have some guys here, Demetrius. We have some guys here that could probably do some damage on the mound. So I mean, they have enough. So you know, Clevering Drew cost 14 million with the tax. Yeah, if he runs up 6 million, probably. Snell signed with Seattle. Yeah, maybe they had one of their pitchers go down with Tommy John the other day. So, um, Demetrius, always a pleasure, my man. Always a pleasure, buddy. Go get some rest. I won't keep you out late either. I just wanted to celebrate this news. Even if it's late at night, everybody's sleeping here, so I wanted to get out here and share this good news. And again, I say, you should look at my thumbnail. Cole is down, but he's not out. Just like us, we are down, but we're not out. So, it's a lot of people were thinking the worst case scenario, right? It's the second opinion now that we got that confirmed that he doesn't need Tommy John. He does not have a tear in his UCL. So, Ken, the same to you, my friend. I appreciate you. Were you surprised that Dylan Cease went to San Diego? A little bit. I mean, they're trying to add some pitching there to go with their offense. So, I mean, at this point, Snell's not going back, so they needed to replace him with somebody, and they did that with Cease now. So, and they lost Hader, so they wanted to add some type of pitching there, right? So, I mean, they got a decent package from San Diego. He asked for a bigger package from the Yankees, but it is what it is. That's not a surprise either. Yeah, big time Dabber JC, big time collective exhale. Yeah, do you know what's crazy, Demetrius? A lot of people, saying attacking Cashman for hoarding the prospects, and now they want him to play the prospects. It's kind of crazy. And I talked to some of the boys earlier about this. It's just, and then they're saying, well, Cashman spent stupidly yet, but they want him to go overpay for Blake Snell a third time. Like the argument keeps changing, the position keeps changing. It's crazy. It's crazy, you know. But it is what it is. But this is sleep a heck of a lot better tonight. So you were chatting with Thorpe as he was getting it. Were you really, Donnie? That's cool, dude. Worries me that Cole about all the other opinions not good for me. If someone doesn't have Tommy John down or for Cole. I'm not even worried about that right now, Donnie. He doesn't have a torn UCL, so they're going to, they'll rehab appropriately, and I'm not worrying about that right now down the line. So thankfully, no. Say to him, the damn right, Donnie. This team doesn't sleep, baby. City doesn't sleep either. Carlos, always appreciate your support and loyalty, man. Appreciate that. Or people are saying the Padres are back, let them. Let them. If they make it harder for the Dodgers to win, I'll support the Padres. If the Giants make it hard for the Dodgers to win, I'll support the Giants too. So, you know. Well, I don't know, Justin, because remember Burns, he's going to get a QO if the Baltimore Orioles don't extend him before that. So he's going to cost at least 30 million a year, and he's going to come with the same stuff that Snell came with. Keep that in mind. So, and he's also going to be 30, and then we'll be getting him on the wrong side of 30. So I would personally pass on Corbin Burns, but that's just me. Um, yeah, exactly. Strike. The argument changes every week. It's crazy, brother. Crazy. Kenneth, at this point, I don't know. At this point now, there's really nobody. I mean, I would look into Jordan Montgomery. but he would still, uh, you know, um, he would still, what do you call it? Cost double, but he has Yankees ties. I don't know if he's willing to come back, but he's a guy. He's the only guy I would look at in free agency. I mean, maybe Clevenger, but none of these guys will bring more value than Montgomery would. Nice, Donnie. Yeah, yeah. I wish him well in Chicago, man. I do. You started blaming the catcher for the Yankees' problem in your back being sore. I know. Oh, dude. I'm a little sore tonight from my workout this morning. I should blame Cashman for that too, man. I was doing like a pretty intense circuit this morning. I was at 6 o'clock in the morning in front of my in-laws' house. The light was just getting light. It was fantastic. If you were the Yankees, would I start Weaver? Opening day, probably not the boy, but they brought him here to be a spot starter, to be a swingman. So he will get opportunities to start to rest other guys and so on, throw multiple innings. So yeah, I mean, they brought him here to be a swingman, but I don't see him being one of the regular guys in the rotation. But that's just me. Kenneth, man, I appreciate that. I appreciate the kind words. I thank you. Your, your eggs are overcooked. Fucking Cashman, man. Fucking terrible, man. You ruined it, man. You ruined it. Take that back, Cashman. Should have traded Torres with Pablo Lopez, man. Yeah, I know. I know. That would have been an interesting trade. That would have been interesting. And you know, it's crazy that the Marlins turned it down. They'd offered it. They had initially agreed, and then the Marlins asked for another player like 5 minutes before the deadline, and the Yankees didn't bite. That's right, strikes. I was like, man, that's right. Oh man, wise decision for the Yankees from one of their. I would imagine so. Big Ant, I think they will. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be Clayton Beater. The other guys like Louis Hill are already up, so my guess is it's gonna be Beater, but we'll see. Um, Only because of this service time thing. And again, May 15th is the deadline. If they keep Will Warren down in AAA until then, they get an extra year of control service time for Will Warren. So that's a thing, the deadline I think they're going to keep in line. Keep in mind. No. Yes, guys. Tats, I'm telling you, man. Tats for governor, Donnie. Tats for governor, man. Yeah. But the prospects, I'm telling. This is the first time in a while, the boy, that the Yankees have had this many good prospects rated this high. And I can't remember the last time they've had this many prospects rated this high. I can't remember, honestly. Big Dave, man. It's probably Cashman's fault. My boy recommended something to me. It's called Fresh Balls. Yeah. It's a powder you spray in your hand, you rub it, it turns into like some thing, and you can rub it on your nuts. It's fantastic. It's fantastic, baby. Like it's perfect in the summer when you're sweaty. It's called Fresh Balls. Take a look at it, Big Dave. It's fantastic. It really is. And I'm not joking. Like my boy recommended this to me, and I was like, "What the?" And it was pretty cool. Tats is a legend. Tats is a legend, man. Yeah. This team is structured a hell of a lot better than it's been in the last couple of years. That's for darn sure. We don't know yet. Your team is going to pitch opening day. We don't know. Yeah. Big Dave, telling you, I telling you, man. I'm not playing. I'm telling you, score. I swear to God. But yeah. Smack them like buttons, by the way, gang. Let's try to get over 100 likes if we can. I greatly appreciate it. It's always helpful in these live streams. Um, yep. Ex-Yankee Frankie Montes has been announced as the opening day starter for the Cincinnati Reds. Fantastic, Carlos. Yes, he has. Yes, he most certainly has. So, opening day starter for Cincy. I mean, they're one of their top prospects got popped the other day for 80 games for PEDs. I think it's PEDs, right? So he's got an 80 game ban right off the get, right at the gate, man. So, yep, I'm telling you, man. NFP's like old Yeller. It's like a dog that's gonna keep barking. It's like the pit bull around. Like if you mess with the owner, you mess with his friends. You gotta pay the piper, man. You gotta watch out for strike zone. This is a pretty serious bodyguard. Pretty serious bodyguard, man. I'm telling you, Jack Cashman's definitely at fault for itchy balls. I'm telling you, man. He's tied to your cat, dude. I'm telling you. It's just it's on him. It's him. It's definitely him. Yep, rubbing his dragging that nice turd on the floor. I love when my cat does that too. Just drag their ass. They go to the box and then they just drag their ass along the floor. It's fantastic. It really is. I got your back too, Anafi. You know that, bro. Yeah, that's how we do it. That's how we roll. We get each other's back. No, that's right. That is right. But gang, this is welcome news, and I'm gonna have a couple of doctors come on in the near future. One from the surgical side, one from the non-surgical side, to talk about you know the process after not getting Tommy John. You know, is a non-surgical remedy as effective as the surgical remedy? And so I think there's a lot of misinformation out there, and there's so much fear and assumption that if you don't get Tommy John, then that's it, which isn't necessarily the case. So I want us to get more insight, and I want all to get some more information. So I got these guys coming on in the near future, and I'm working on the details now. But I have a couple of doctors coming on, so I do think the Yankees will make more the boy. Yeah, and if the Yankees hold their ground until Cole comes back, that's just going to rejuvenate the team, man, in the summer. I really think so, man. No, Donnie, they've already said he's gonna be out at least 2 months. Donnie, at least 2 months. They've already confirmed that. Yeah, but it's better than 15 to 18 months for Tommy John. You know, Diver, we got you too, man. We got you too, brother. Don't worry, man. We got. We'll build some contraptions on your walker to Diver. Just say, don't worry, man. Demon D's in the house. What's good, Demon D? They're calling in. Well, they're just calling it. You know, just it's inflammation, and it's in a tricky area. But it's not a torn UCL. The doctor that saw him today is a very well renowned Tommy John surgeon. Even he confirmed what the Yankees doctors found too, that there's no torn UCL. Therefore, there's no need right now for Tommy John surgery. So they're recommending, they call it conservative therapy, which is essentially PRPs and physical therapy and all that stuff again, and range of motion to things and stuff like that. So that type of stuff. But again, would I be surprised if Cole came back after the All Star break? I'd probably be a little surprised, but if we need him to come back a little bit, need him to take a little longer, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. So yeah, I mean, as long as Cole doesn't have to get Tommy John, so right. Um, and you can call him. I don't know if it's a strain big day because there was no effect at his velocity. His velocity was still high, 97, 98, 99. He was having trouble recovering after bouts, after bullpens, after all that stuff. So it felt like he threw, you know, what do you call it? It felt like he threw 100 pitches every time out. So there was something there. They both win championships, Donnie. They both offense and pitching. Texas Rangers had both. Yeah, but I would give Cole as much time as they need to. Royals won the World Series. They all caught Eric Hosmer. Look at their clutch hitting. They had a lot of clutch hitting. Judge is not really injured. No, his MRI came out clean. He had a little bit of an abdominal strain in his oblique area. He's going to be he's in the lineup this weekend, either Saturday or Sunday. He'll be back in the lineup. So I think it's Saturday. They're just babying him for a couple days. Just seeing. So, but now's the time to have these aches and pains. He really is. So, um, yeah, our offense that fell apart with both times we lost to ALC. Yeah, this is true too, David JC. Yeah, our offense fell apart. You need both, Donnie, pitching and hitting. You do. Rodon, Stroman. Yeah, we need this guy and Nestor Cortez too, Du Bois. And like we need Soto to be, Soto. We need Gleyber Torres to be better. We need Rizzo to be healthy. Stanton, DJ, all these guys. Yep. Well, this is a great way to think about it too, Ryan. Yeah, Cole's going to be a midseason form of playoff time. That's exactly what we want. That's a great that's a great line right there, man. Fantastic line, dude. Really, amen. Um, Rangers also had Bruce Bochy. Yeah, he's a Hall of Fame manager, but they also had a lot. I mean, Corey Seager and Marcus Simeon. They had a lot of guys, young kids, like they were across the board. And they didn't even have Jacob DeGrom. They had Evaldi, had Montgomery, they had Scherzer, they had these other guys, but their ace wasn't even there. But we'll see. You know. Yeah, it is. I would agree. It's Soto's team right now, Carlos. I agree. So have to win many 8-7 like games. Yeah, they will, Mark. I don't disagree with that. I think they'll add one starter. Who? I don't know. When? I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah. Um. Yeah, Seager. Seager was on fire, David JC. OG the real. What's good? OG, what is good? What's happening? Their ticket sales have gone way back. Bad. They've gone back again, back up, Donnie, for significantly after the Soto trade. So I have a feeling they're gonna feel a heck of a lot better now. They won't. They're gonna be. They'll be putting fans in the stands. Excuse me, left and right. Now, people are not gonna be able. You know, people are not gonna want to miss Soto and Judge together and all these other guys. So you know, I think Soto will sell a lot of merch. Judge will obviously sell a lot of merch. I mean, those will probably be the top three guys: Otani, Soto, and Judge. I think those will be the top three merch, top three jerseys. But like like the Dodgers got the right fits there. Otani, Yamamoto, the Yankees got the right fits here. Soto and the rest of them. So they just did what they needed to do. War rooms in the house. Who I think I don't honestly. I'd probably Clayton Beater. Although they might add another starter too. But Cole is very likely going to go on a 60-day IL as a formality, which takes him off the 40-man. So they will add somebody. Will Warren's not on the 40-man, but I think Beater is, so they don't have to make a move there. But it sounds like they might add a free agent starter at some point. So that will be the other 40-man guy. You know, dude, I have to report this, Sunil. I have to report this. I mean, I'll be going. I mean, I'll be going down soon. But I could not. I couldn't resist this, man. This is good news on Gerrit Cole. So it could be Louis Hill, Ryan. Yeah, it could be Louis Hill. Dang right. Yeah, it could be Hill. It could be Beater. They brought in Luke Weaver, even Cody Poteet. Like they brought in some guys. They brought in some guys. So, you know, I think they'll have enough depth. They didn't have this depth last year, and they didn't have guys that are, one step away like Beater, like Warren. And, eventually it's going to be Chase Hampton too. But at the very least, those guys. At the very least. Oh, I think it's definitely going to be 60 day War Room. I think it'll definitely be 60 day. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, Cole Poteet Morris. Yeah, Weaver. We got depth we didn't have before. But I think it's definitely going to be 60 man War Room. 100%. Yeah, hit that like and subscribe button, gang, if you haven't done that yet. Let's at the very least get over 100 likes. Um, Saquon Barkley jersey. Yeah. Eagles, man, they took the Giants running back. They took the Jets pass rusher. Like they looted us. They looted us, man. But whatever. Doesn't mean they're gonna win anything. Doesn't mean they're gonna win the Super Bowl. So that's all right. And that really, really is all right. But now let me look right now. See if anything else has happened while we're waiting for stuff to happen. Um, this is Gerrit Cole recommended for non-surgical rehab on Elmo. Yep, yep. Um, Angel Felipe to undergo Tommy John surgery. Yeah, these guys are just left and right. A lot of guys are falling down to Tommy John, which is crazy. I mean, it really is. Latest on Michael Lorenzen's market, but opening day last week. Lorenzen stands as arguably the number 3 starting pitcher on the free agent market. The White Sox and Yankees have reportedly shown interest in the 32-year-old righty, but he evidently has yet to find a deal to his liking. John Heyman of the New York Post reports that Lorenzen has declined contract offers in the $5 to $7 million range. It's not clear which teams made those proposals or how recently Lorenzen's camp passed. The Athletics' Ken Rosenthal reported last week that the 6'3" hurler had been holding out for a 2-year pact. Yeah, I keep hearing corroborating reports that he wants a 2-year deal too. So we'll see. Pitch clock. And again, it's moving. I mean, with runners on base, it's moving from 20 seconds to 18 seconds. So two small little adjustments here and there. No. Tough up as a team mascot. Yeah, man. Yeah, Donnie. I'm actually glad the Yankees don't have a mascot. I'm really glad they don't have a mascot. Really. You know, pitch clock to voice out. Oh my god, the games will be 4 hours long. Donnie, they'd be 4 hours long, man. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's certain these certain things. I mean, the bigger bases, those report to each other. I think that's improving performance. Obviously, it's increasing the stolen base totals, and then the more aggressive running that we're seeing in baseball too. That's a good thing too. Oh yeah, Snell Carlos. I mean, ask Snell. You know, they offered him 2 different deals already, and he said no to both. So why would they go back a third time? So pitchers get injured. Yes, they do, Donnie. Yes, they do. But yeah, Carlos. I mean, Snell. I mean, he hasn't got an offer from anybody else. Not one team. He had 2 from the Yankees, and they rejected both of them. So you know, why would I ever go back and increase my offer? Why would I do that? Like I said, and I said this last week. I would rather make no deal with Boris and Snell than a bad one. I'd rather give one of the kids a shot than paying $65 million for, 1 year of Blake Snell and then give him opt out so he can opt out after 1 year and be able to ball that for him. Hell no. Hell no. Mm. Tony Clark. Is he still the chairman of the Players Association? I think he is, right? The head guy. Yeah. I did not mind the 4-hour wars with Boston. The Yankees games against Boston, they were always longer than any other game that they played. It was always a long, drawn out process. But, um, you know, don't like the idea of taxing. I don't think they would tax them, Donnie. I don't think they would pitch any more than probably 130 innings this year. I mean, Warren threw about 125 last year, which is one reason I'm saying May 15th is probably going to be when they call him up, and that's like a month and a half into the season. So now we won't have to. This is what the point of having Luke Weaver is. So you can ease in guys like Beater, you can ease in guys like Warren, and you can also give protection to Nestor Cortez and Carlos Rodon. That's why they have these swingmen. I've been talking about swingmen for like 2 years now, long relief for like 2 years, and for some reason people don't go along with it. I mean, it's a good bridge between the starting rotation and the short relievers in the bullpen. It's crazy, but I don't understand why people never really took it seriously. I've been to so many classic games, Donnie, with these ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Giants need a quarterback. Yeah. Well, they got Tommy DeVito. Um, I don't think Daniel Jones. I wouldn't be surprised if they. I mean, if I'm them and they have pick 10, I'd be no pick 6. I'd be drafting JJ McCarthy from Michigan. We don't know again. And no, we don't, Donnie. That's why. Again, it's just why you have guys like Luke Weaver, swingman. That's the whole point of having a swingman. So that way we worry less about Nestor and Rodon. So you know. And this is the key. Like, I, I've always wondered why other teams didn't have more swingmen, didn't have more long relievers. I really don't. And again, it's an easier thing to do to have a converted starter go down instead of somebody the other way up. So we're done. Yeah, yeah, done. That's what we're expecting this year. We're done to earn more of that paycheck. That's for darn sure. Yep. Oh, I have to watch it. Yeah, Diver JC, the series at Fenway. Is that Bucky Dent? Mike King was a great swingman. Yeah, yeah. But that, I mean, don't be surprised if like Ian Hamilton becomes like a Michael King. No. Bauer's not going to happen though. So I think Bauer's a pipe dream. They never really said they're not really interested, even though apparently some people in the organization are pushing for Trevor Bauer. But there's a reason why nobody's signing him. The drama that's going to come along with is not worth the low salary. It's not. And it really, really isn't. Really, really isn't. Thank you so much, Vincent, for the super chat. I greatly appreciate that, my friend. Thank you for the generosity. Uh, I would pick Lorenzen over Trevor Bauer, Nelson Cruz, but that's just me. Everybody else is entitled to do what they want. They want what they want to do. Nick Birdie could also be like a king type, and he can also make the bullpen. I forgot about him. Thank you for bringing him up again, Vincent. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. Bauer comes with a lot of baggage, and I mean, do you really want Yankees to be having to answer questions about him, or do you want Gerrit Cole to have to answer questions almost every day about Trevor Bauer? This isn't like going to Colorado or Cincinnati or Milwaukee, where the market's a little bit more tame, a little bit more polite. This is you're dealing with a hornet's nest here, a hornet's nest from every direction. You're going to get bit and stung everywhere. So, like, that's what seems to be. Some folks seem to not understand that. You know. Like trading for Chapman, yeah, no kidding. Yeah, right now Nick Birdie is definitely dealing. He's pitching well, but there's too much. I mean, I'm not doubting Bauer's talent, not at all. He's got a good arm, but the stuff that comes along with it is just too. It's gonna be too problematic. Cody Poteet, Cody Morris got hit a few times, but he's pitching relatively well. Poteet's these guys are adjusting nicely. They're adjusting well. No pitcher, I Navy Ninja at this Wavy Ninja at this point, maybe Michael Lorenzen. Something like that. Yes, too many headaches with Bauer, Donnie. It's just people keep pushing for him, though. I give him that. People keep pushing for him. Yeah, well, exactly. At some point, I hope somebody picks up Bauer in the small market or something like that. I think it'll be a better environment for him in a small market. I don't know, Vincent. I mean, you might be right. This team's strong enough to deal with Bauer's head, but He's had issues with some people, especially Gerrit Cole, and I don't think you want to put Gerrit Cole in that situation. And at the end of the day, do we really want to add something that might make it harder for them to re-sign Juan Soto? And that's the question that I would ask people. And I don't think they want to do that. I really don't. So, and that's to me is it's not worth the risk. Ian Hamilton was a beast last season, Donnie. Beast. Now, let him go to the Athletics and play in Vegas. Yeah, be a good fit for him in the Athletics. A hell of a lot less pressure too. So, yeah, and Hamilton's going to be a fixture in this bullpen too, and he's got like 5 years of control left, 4 or 5 years. So he's going to be around for a while. But I think, yeah, anybody that's going to inject some kind of toxic attitude or mentality in this clubhouse is not going to be a fit here, unfortunately. I don't know if he'd be a fit in Kansas City, Jack, but it's an intriguing one. I honestly think like um, Milwaukee or Milwaukee or the Pirates. Or, I think the NL Central or AL Central, probably something like that. So, Wavy Ninja, I am confident the Yankees bring back Soda. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Oh, playing ping pong in a dugout. What would they do if Bauer came? I don't know, Donnie. No idea. I don't know if that would be a. You'd have to run it by Judge. Have to run it by Cole. Like you'd want the buy-in from your teammates too. I just can't see it happening. He's a very polarizing player. It'd be too much of a distraction, which is why I don't think it would be worth it to pursue. And this is why teams like the Dodgers and the Red Sox and like big teams are not pursuing them at him. They're not at all. Not even for the league minimum. No. So yeah, I would pass on him. In all honesty, I would pass. No. He's also older too. Like 4 years ago, Bauer would have been a different story. But now, forget it. But I do. I mean, would I be opposed if he got an opportunity somewhere? No, I'd be okay with that. I'd support it. And this isn't a Juan DeFranco situation either, who's very likely never going to come back to baseball. Juan DeFranco. So this is a little bit different. He was never criminally charged, Trevor Bauer. And you Barry Sports highlights. Whoa, yo, Daniel Barry was good. Yeah, I think some of them are going to get an opportunity. I would just see some of the kids will get a chance to play. No matter who they bring in, Donnie will be double. Yep. Anybody they sign at this point will be double. Yes, sir. Bartolo Colon and Jack. Yeah. Be kind of a funny one, actually. Bauer's been playing. Yeah, and he's at a traveling Asian team, so he's still trying to get a major league gig somewhere. So Vincent, I'm with you. I don't think he comes here. I really don't. I think some of the kids will get a chance to play Donnie. Some of them will. Probably, probably Clayton Beater. Probably, I don't know. Maybe one position player too, something like that. Yeah, you got about 100 million coming off the books over the next 3 or 4 years. So they'll be progressively dropping over the next few seasons. The Yankees, and which will be good. And kind of like, especially if you re-sign Soto, you extend like these, you're gonna need to offset it with some of their young controllable players on the cheap. So and which like the Volpes and Dominguez and like Spencer Jones. This is where these guys come in handy. That help offset some of these crazy expensive free agent contracts. So, and if you go get some rest, I'll wrap it up in a few minutes too. I mean, I just wanted to come out and share this good news. I hope it uh, gives everybody a little bit of comfort and helps us sleep a little bit better tonight. So, I'm definitely happy to be able to share this with you. And I'm glad you were here. So I want to thank all you all for coming on, whoever came on. I really do. Will the Yankees add bench players? Yeah, you're seeing. I think they're going to add one or two. They have to. I do think that. So, what's my opinion this year for Stanton? Uh, if he has a resurgence, I think they're going to try to trade him. But at the very least, I mean, it looks like he's going to stay healthy at least for now. So, I would be happy with 25 home runs or something like that for Stanton. I really would. I really, really would. So, more home runs, Soto or Judge. I think at the end of the day, Judge Carver, but not many, not by many. But I think Judge gets more. I really do. Donnie, always appreciate that, man. And look in the Rockies, Vincent. All right, man. One of the most beautiful states I've ever been to. I used to train up in Boulder, Colorado as a former competitive runner. I was up in Boulder almost every summer. Yep. Yes, indeed, Vincent. All right, man. And if he's from the strike zone is also from Colorado. So got a couple people representing the Rockies up here, man. Love it. Ryan knew that. Oh, heck yeah, man. They've been working on this backup plan for Ryan for a while now. I mean, they gave Snell 2 chances, he said no, like, the one reason they brought in Stroman because Snell said no twice, but, and it sounds as if they're gonna add some pitcher at some point soon, and I think that the other spot will probably go to probably Clayton Beater or something like that. So, um, same barber as Cashman. I use clippers, I just buzz my head. Yeah. Stanton Lance Dodgers. Yeah, I think so too, Donnie. I think that's right. If we sign a start at the deadline, we'll get hit with a tax penalty. Yeah, it's what the payroll is at the end of the year. Then it's calculated then. But yes, they would. They could offset some salary, which would minimize the penalty that they pay later. So the payroll, it doesn't really matter what the payroll's in the beginning of the year. It matters what it is at the end of the year. Get some rest, Jack, man. Always a pleasure. Have a great night too. You have a great night. They can trade for start at the deadline. Maybe, Donnie. Yeah, they might be able to. Somebody could be available that's not available now, for all we know. It could be. No. I hope the same. Rodon and Cortez come out swinging. Yeah. We need those guys to be consistent. And I want Marcus Stroman to kind of help stabilize that rotation too. So, and I think Clark Schmidt's going to do his part too. And hopefully this, I mean, and that'll give us some comfort. And we'll see if they add anybody, what that would do to the rotation or long relief and so on. So, Hill in the rotation. I mean, if they let's just say they have Michael Lorenzen, that means they might move somebody like a Cortez to the for long relief. So you never know. And I wouldn't be surprised if they consider Hill as the closer either, Donnie. So um, you know, but yeah. But that's what I got for you right now, gang. So thank you all for coming on. Thank you for the super chat tonight too. I appreciate it. How concerned with Schmidt's numbers when he goes to the lineup 3 times? Not really that concerned, Scungili. He was a rookie last year, so um, he was a rookie. He's going to take his next step in his development. So I'm less concerned this year, Scungili. He'll be better. How much? I don't know, but he'll be better. So, yeah, Carlos, we don't know yet, man. Who's honestly pitching opening day? We really don't. Have no idea. It'll just be good to be there. I personally don't care. I would have loved Cole, but it is what it is. Cole is not out for the year, Rob Ho. Doctors don't diagnose anything by Zoom, Rob Ho. I don't know what you're talking about. Not when it comes to that type of condition. He's not out for the year, Rob Ho, but you keep saying that. So yeah. Same, Ryan. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Ryan. Yeah, but that's what we got. So let me let you go, gang. Thank you so much for coming on. Cole, as we know right now, does not. He got a second opinion. Does not need Tommy John surgery. So that's fantastic. The Yankees over the 40. I think they're right at 40 right now. You've seen. I think they're right at 40. So can I see Henry Lane closing? Because nah, not yet, Donnie. He's only 19. He's not ready yet. I can see him be starting, but not closing. Henry Lane is he's one of the most highly rated young Yankee pitchers in a while. So, and he's got all the makings of a star player. So I think he'll at some point be in the rotation, Donnie. So yeah, he might be Rob Ho. Carlos, congratulations on buying your first house, my man. Congratulations. That's a big accomplishment, man. I'm happy for you. Very happy for you, sir. It's awesome. Lane, I think he'll be a big starter. I think Chase Hampton will be a good one too. So there's a lot to look forward to, Donnie. Exactly. The future looks bright, my man. But yeah, have a great night, everybody. Again, Cole, just like Arnold Schwarzenegger said, I'll be back. Have a great night, gang. Peace and love to all of yous. See y'all tomorrow.